Vocab Bible 4.0
Day 1.
Vulnerable, weak, susceptible, precarious, vulnerable, weak, susceptible, precarious. Depend on, count on, turn to, rely on, fall back on, depend on, count on, turn to, rely on, fall back on. Mandatory, compulsory, obligatory, required, prescribed, mandatory, compulsory, obligatory, required, prescribed. Ambiguous, uncertain, equivocal, unclear, elusive, ambiguous, uncertain, equivocal, unclear, elusive. Susceptible, vulnerable, subject, susceptible, vulnerable, subject. Obsolete, outmoded, outdated, out of date, archaic, obsolete, outmoded, outdated, out of date, archaic. Tangible, real, substantial, palpable, tactile, tangible, real, substantial, palpable, tactile. Lucrative, profitable, well-paying, lucrative, profitable, well-paying. Obscure, unclear, murky, indistinct, vague, obscure, unclear, murky, indistinct, vague. Dispose, get rid of, dispose, get rid of. Precarious, unstable, insecure, uncertain, hazardous, precarious, unstable, insecure, uncertain, hazardous. Alleviate, relieve, assuage, mitigate, lessen, allay, alleviate, relieve, assuage, mitigate, lessen, allay. Capricious, whimsical, fickle, mercurial, volatile, capricious, whimsical, fickle, mercurial, volatile. Hinder, thwart, obstruct, impede, deter, hamper, hinder, thwart, obstruct, impede, deter, hamper. Dormant, inactive, resting, dormant, inactive, resting. Exhaust, drain, use up, consume, exhaust, drain, use up, consume. Substantial, considerable, significant, large, substantial, considerable, significant, large. Affect, influence, have an effect on, cut across, affect, influence, have an effect on, cut across. Scrutinize, examine, canvass, probe, inspect, scrutinize, examine, canvass, probe, inspect. Thrive, prosper, flourish, thrive, prosper, flourish. Candid, frank, forthright, sincere, outspoken, candid, frank, forthright, sincere, outspoken. Futile, vain, useless, unsuccessful, futile, vain, useless, unsuccessful. Discrimination, differentiation, segregation, discrimination, differentiation, segregation. Negligible, small, slight, trivial, negligible, small, slight, trivial. Inadvertently, accidentally, unintentionally, unwittingly, involuntarily, inadvertently, accidentally, unintentionally, unwittingly, involuntarily.
Day 2.
Alter, change, shift, modify, tamper with, alter, change, shift, modify, tamper with. Meticulous, very careful, scrupulous, particular, punctilious, fastidious, meticulous, very careful, scrupulous, particular, punctilious, fastidious. Scrupulous, exact, careful, meticulous, scrupulous, exact, careful, meticulous. Versatile, many-sided, all-round, multifaced, versatile, many-sided, all-round, multifaced. Account, explain, account, explain. Exclusive, sole, unique, only, exclusive, sole, unique, only. Restrain, hold back, inhibit, curb, restrain, hold back, inhibit, curb. Anonymous, unidentified, unknown, anonymous, unidentified, unknown. Hereditary, genetically passed, genetic, hereditary, genetically passed, genetic. Unprecedented, unparalleled, unexampled, unsurpassed, unheard of, unprecedented, unparalleled, unexampled, unsurpassed, unheard of. Impartial, fair, unbiased, unprejudiced, equitable, impartial, fair, unbiased, unprejudiced, equitable. Biased, weighted, partial, jaundiced, biased, weighted, partial, jaundiced. Irrelevant, inappropriate, beside the point, unrelated, extraneous, irrelevant, inappropriate, beside the point, unrelated, extraneous. Homogeneous, similar, identical, same kind, homogeneous, similar, identical, same kind. Insignificant, unimportant, nominal, marginal, trivial, insignificant, unimportant, nominal, marginal, trivial. Respect, deference, reverence, respect, deference, reverence. Abandon, desert, discard, forsake, give up, relinquish, abandon, desert, discard, forsake, give up, relinquish. Sustain, support, prop up, shore up, sustain, support, prop up, shore up. Beneficial, helpful, salutary, beneficial, helpful, salutary. Alternative, other choice, alternative, other choice. Tenacious, stubborn, persistent, determined, tenacious, stubborn, persistent, determined. Eradicate, get rid of, remove, destroy, exterminate, eliminate, eradicate, get rid of, remove, destroy, exterminate, eliminate. Detrimental, harmful, damaging, deleterious, detrimental, harmful, damaging, deleterious. Dominate, control, subjugate, dominate, control, subjugate. Surpass, exceed, excel, eclipse, outstrip, surpass, exceed, excel, eclipse, outstrip.
Day 3.
Term, terminology, term, terminology. Initiative, leadership, hegemony, initiative, leadership, hegemony. Gregarious, sociable, social, companionable, gregarious, sociable, social, companionable. Feasible, practicable, possible, viable, executable, attainable, feasible, practicable, possible, viable, executable, attainable. Variety, diversity, diversification, variety, diversity, diversification. Effect, result, consequence, corollary, impact, effect, result, consequence, corollary, impact. Ban, prohibit, forbid, inhibit, proscribe, ban, prohibit, forbid, inhibit, proscribe. Disparity, difference, inequality, discrepancy, disagreement, disparity, difference, inequality, discrepancy, disagreement. Diversity, variety, diversity, variety. Inevitable, unavoidable, inevitable, unavoidable. Indigenous, native, endemic, aboriginal, indigenous, native, endemic, aboriginal. Innate, inborn, natural, congenital, inherent, innate, inborn, natural, congenital, inherent. Chronic, persistent, continuous, inveterate, chronic, persistent, continuous, inveterate. eliminate, remove, eradicate, get rid of, weed out, rule out, eliminate, remove, eradicate, get rid of, weed out, rule out. Reiterate, repeat, iterate, do over again, harp, reiterate, repeat, iterate, do over again, harp. Intrepid, courageous, fearless, daring, dauntless, intrepid, courageous, fearless, daring, dauntless. Intimidate, threaten, frighten, terrify, browbeat, intimidate, threaten, frighten, terrify, browbeat. Innocuous, harmless, unharmful, innocuous, harmless, unharmful. Altruistic, unselfish, selfless, altruistic, unselfish, selfless. Indifferent, unconcerned, uninterested, disinterested, nonchalant, indifferent, unconcerned, uninterested, disinterested, nonchalant. Inquisitive, curious, prying, nosy, inquisitive, curious, prying, nosy. Superficial, perfunctory, cosmetic, cursory, superficial, perfunctory, cosmetic, cursory. Equivocal, ambiguous, ambivalent, dubious, vague, equivocal, ambiguous, ambivalent, dubious, vague. Opposite, contrary, opposite, contrary. Arbitrary, unpredictable, random, arbitrary, unpredictable, random.
Day 4.
Fluctuate, move up and down, vary, fluctuate, move up and down, vary. Precipitate, accelerate, expedite, precipitate, accelerate, expedite. Temporary, tentative, provisional, interim, temporary, tentative, provisional, interim. Ephemeral, transient, fleeting, evanescent, transitory, ephemeral, transient, fleeting, evanescent, transitory. Transient, transitory, temporary, ephemeral, momentary, transient, transitory, temporary, ephemeral, momentary. Permanent, indelible, lasting, perpetual, permanent, indelible, lasting, perpetual. Persistent, perpetual, constant, continuous, incessant, chronic, persistent, perpetual, constant, continuous, incessant, chronic. Determinedly, steadfastly, resolutely, determinedly, steadfastly, resolutely. Deviate, stray, depart, swerve, digress, deviate, stray, depart, swerve, digress. Unpredictable, unforeseeable, capricious, unpredictable, unforeseeable, capricious. Compromise, concession, compromise, concession. Incompatible, irreconcilable, not to be harmonized, uncongenial, incompatible, irreconcilable, not to be harmonized, uncongenial. Endorse, sign, underwrite, endorse, sign, underwrite. Liability, debts, liability, debts. Comply, obey, observe, act in harmony with, conform to, comply, obey, observe, act in harmony with, conform to. Apathetic, indifferent to, uninvolved, unconcerned, callous, apathetic, indifferent to, uninvolved, unconcerned, callous. Lenient, merciful, generous, mild, lenient, merciful, generous, mild. Pertinent, relevant, suitable, pertinent, relevant, suitable. Complacent, satisfied, self-satisfied, smug, complacent, satisfied, self-satisfied, smug. Discretion, judgment, discernment, discretion, judgment, discernment. Distinguish, discriminate, differentiate, discern, distinguish, discriminate, differentiate, discern. Formidable, powerful, frightening, dreaded, tremendous, redoubtable, formidable, powerful, frightening, dreaded, tremendous, redoubtable. Potent, powerful, mighty, strong, potent, powerful, mighty, strong. Integral, essential, key, necessary, integral, essential, key, necessary. Disintegration, decomposition, breakdown, falling apart, disintegration, decomposition, breakdown, falling apart.
Day 5.
Impede, hinder, retard, hamper, obstruct, impede, hinder, retard, hamper, obstruct. Deter, hinder, prevent, obstruct, hamper, thwart, deter, hinder, prevent, obstruct, hamper, thwart. Irritate, annoy, bother, exasperate, irritate, annoy, bother, exasperate. Nervous, on edge, on needles and pins, nervous, on edge, on needles and pins. Contentious, quarrelsome, controversial, polemic, argumentative, contentious, quarrelsome, controversial, polemic, argumentative. Reservation, booking, reservation, booking. Available, obtainable, usable, available, obtainable, usable. Ubiquitous, widely used, pervasive, widespread, omnipresent, ubiquitous, widely used, pervasive, widespread, omnipresent. Enigma, mystery, puzzle, riddle, enigma, mystery, puzzle, riddle. Ambivalent, equivocal, uncertain, ambivalent, equivocal, uncertain. Emit, give off, spew, emit, give off, spew. Erode, gradually wash away, wear down, eat away, erode, gradually wash away, wear down, eat away. Deteriorate, aggravate, erode, deteriorate, aggravate, erode. Aggravate, deteriorate, worsen, compound, exacerbate, aggravate, deteriorate, worsen, compound, exacerbate. Confine, box up, restrict, incarcerate, confine, box up, restrict, incarcerate. Urgent, pressing, imminent, urgent, pressing, imminent. Curtail, shorten, reduce, abridge, curtail, shorten, reduce, abridge. Reduce, lessen, lower, diminish, curtail, cut back on, reduce, lessen, lower, diminish, curtail, cut back on. Dwindle, diminish, decrease, wane, dwindle, diminish, decrease, wane. Decline, refuse, deny, reject, decline, refuse, deny, reject. Deficiency, lack, shortage, dearth, red ink, deficiency, lack, shortage, dearth, red ink. Increment, increase, enlargement, accretion, augmentation, increment, increase, enlargement, accretion, augmentation. Fertile, productive, prolific, fruitful, fertile, productive, prolific, fruitful. Abundant, plentiful, bountiful, copious, profuse, abundant, plentiful, bountiful, copious, profuse. Redundant, repetitious, verbose, superfluous, redundant, repetitious, verbose, superfluous.